Hi, my name is Manda from 8C, student number 6. I'm going to tell you about my experience when I volunteered to pass out goodie bags at church last year. Last year, around April, my aunt texted my mom about this invite to volunteer to pass out goodie bags at a church after Mass for Kids, which was celebrating Easter. My mom asked if I wanted to do it and gave me the Google form link to sign up. First, I was a little hesitant, but I decided to ask my friends if they would volunteer with me. Since they were willing to do it, I was more convinced to sign up since I knew they were going to be people I know. So I signed up. The day of, I got ready according to the dress code that I was informed of. If I can remember correctly, I ended up wearing a black shirt, beige pants, and white shoes. Then I went to our meeting place. By the looks of it, I think it was a house used for a tutoring place. I arrived on time, and when I had just arrived, my friend had also just arrived, so I went in with her. After we went inside, we had to wait a little bit for all the others to arrive too. Then, we were divided into groups of either 2 or 3 people. The groups were named in alphabetical letters, in order so it would be easier for the committee to manage. I was put into a group with this boy named Dawson. I was unfortunately separated from my friends, and I was annoyed at first, but later on I met some new people and I made friends, so I was fine. Then we started with the orientation. The staff/committee explained to us each of our tasks. My group was tasked to pass out the goodie bags in front of the church, right next to the altar. They gave us instructions on when to go in the church, where to get the goodie bags, when to give them out, and etc. Finally, we actually went to the church. We walked there, and it was a little tricky because we had to cross the road in this big group. But eventually we got there safely. When we arrived in front of the church, we had to get the goodie bags first at this house across the church. I was surprised when they gave it to us because it came pretty much in this yellow trash bag, and it was huge. It was probably as tall as my waist and packed with goodie bags. I had a little bit of a hard time carrying it. After that, we went and lined up and waited for our cue to go in the church. We got looked and stared at by some people because you have to admit, it did look a little strange. Then we went inside the church. We had to go to our assigned place and wait again. There was a magician performing since it was a mass dedicated for kids. Since the magician had performed, it got a little chaotic because the kids wanted to see him and they would walk up to the front of the church. When the magician finally stopped performing, we got the kids to sit back down and we finally could pass out the goodie bags. After we gave them out, the kids were allowed home, so it was more quieter and way calmer. There were extra goodie bags, so we got some, and then we were also allowed home. Overall, I think it was a very fun and exciting day, though it was tiring. During this activity, I learned some values that correlate with St. Angela's values. One of them was bravery. St. Angela really showed a lot of bravery during her lifetime. She founded a company for women, even though it wasn't socially accepted at her time. She took the risk, and she sacrificed all the time and energy she put into it. I really think that action is very brave and selfless. During this activity, I felt that I showed some bravery by going out of my comfort zone to get to know some strangers. I usually don't do that in my everyday life, so it was a different experience which I actually ended up enjoying. The second value from St. Angela that I noticed was her care or attention that she gave towards other people. She came from a sufficient family and she was pretty wealthy when she lived with her uncle. But even so, she still cared about the people around her, especially those in need. She also didn't stop at caring. She took action and she helped them. I definitely hadn't shown my care towards other people as much as St. Angela did, or any of her values for that matter. But this activity showed me that I need to pay more attention to the church and the stuff regarding it. I had fun, and I definitely think that I want to be more active in church activities and such. The follow-up action that I would like to do regarding the values and the activities as a whole is do more church-related activities, such as choir and other events held by the church, whether in attending or preparing. Meanwhile, regarding the values alone, I have a different follow-up action. For bravery, I want to go out of my comfort zone more, which I can do with certain activities. One of the things that I'm certain of doing is being more active in class, more so in asking and answering questions, so I can get more comfortable with my public speaking. Then, for caring or paying attention, I want to do housework without being asked to. Therefore, I can pay more attention or care more about my surroundings, in regards of if there are things that need to get done or not. That's it for me. Thank you for watching this video.